This video will take you through creating a bill to an insurance company using Quick eBill. Please note that all the data shown regarding the clinician and patients are dummy data. From the home page, Quick eBill can either be accessed from the Accounting tab on the left or from the Quick menu on the right. You can also access it directly from the patient detail screen by clicking Create Bill. Search for the patient either by typing in the patient's first or last name using a minimum of 3 letters or typing in their date of birth. If there is no match to a patient currently in the database, a message saying "No patients found" will appear, and you will need to create a record by clicking Add Patient. Click on the patient name. Now select the insurance payor. If you have registered for Patient Zone, you can now also send Quick eBills directly to your patient or other third parties by clicking on the relevant icon. A further video is available showing you this feature. If there is no insurance payor, you will need to create one by selecting Add Insurer. Follow the prompts on the pop-up, but please note that a valid membership number must be added. If you don't know it, you can use our membership inquiry tool to search for it if you are on a subscribed package, and further video guidance on how to do this is available. When the payor has been selected, click Next to move on. The second stage of Quick eBill requires details for where and when the patient was seen. If you wish to input a specific number here, enter it, otherwise leave this blank to auto-generate the invoice number. Enter whether the patient saw you as a day case, inpatient or outpatient at one of your registered sites, and then choose the correct one. Below the dotted line are the options that do not correspond to a registered site. This is generally used more by therapists, but consultants may also see patients outside their registered sites from time to time. For an inpatient stay, which must always be at a registered site, you will need to log the admission and discharge dates, as well as the reason for discharge, which in most cases will be routine. You will also need to log who the patient saw. For single specialist sites, there will only be one choice from the drop-down menu. I will use an outpatient appointment for the next step. You will see that as you move through the steps, the information you have added appears as a preview on the right side of the screen. Click Next to move on to the next section when ready, or Previous to go back to the first step. AXA PPP Healthcare, Bupa International, also known as Bupa Global, and Vitality Health all require a diagnosis code. If you know the ICD-9 code, then type it in, or else type a word in the diagnosis box. For example, type in sinus and click on the one that most closely represents the diagnosis of your patient. The drop-down list available may be different for each of these insurers as they set what codes they will recognize. Further diagnosis codes can be added at this stage if the patient has presented with multiple symptoms. In this instance, I will add throat. You can also click the Top 10 button, which will give you the 10 codes that you have previously used most often. Click Next to move on to the next section when ready, or Previous to go back to the previous step. The final stage is to add the services and fees. You will note that the service date has been pre-populated from the information you entered for where and when the patient was seen. This can be amended if, for example, you operated on your patient on the second day of a 3-day inpatient stay, or you wish to bill for multiple sessions. Please note that the date of treatment cannot be earlier than the date originally set. Click on the Treatment Provided box. You will see a drop-down of options and choose the one you want. If you are not a consultant or the item you want isn't listed, click Other and a pop-up box will appear. Type in the service you are looking for example, physiotherapy, and search the list. If you have access to guideline pricing and have inputted the fee for the service chosen, you can click the calculator icon next to the fee box and this will pre-populate the correct charge. If not, you can type in the fee in the box. In both instances, click Save Charge. This then puts the service and charge into a box which can be deleted by clicking on the red cross. You can add further charges as required following the same steps. For procedures, you need to choose the option Surgeon's Fee for Surgery or Anaesthetist Fee for Surgery, and then either type in the code type in a word or click the top 10 button for the 10 procedures you have used most. Click on the Save and Send button when the bill is ready to be processed. You will then be taken to the patient detail screen where the bill will appear at the top of the list. Click the green Refresh button and the first of the 3 boxes next to the invoice will turn green, signifying that your bill has been validated. You can see here where the Create Bill from the patient details can be found. I will now run through the quick eBill process in real time without commentary to show you just how quick and easy it is. When you have done a few, it should take you less than 60 seconds to create and send a simple bill. A further video is available showing you how to bill for multiple procedures using Quick eBill.